President Donald Trump may have been preparing for his 4th of July address, but it wasn't just his speech that got people talking. Before taking the stage at the Freedom 250 celebration in Washington, D.C., the 80-year-old president was caught on camera watching himself on Fox News. The lighthearted moment quickly went viral, but online, viewers ended up focusing on someone else entirely: Melania Trump. The clip, shared by Fox News, showed Trump standing in a room with several people, including the First Lady, as they waited for his delayed speech, which was pushed back until 11 p.m. because of severe weather. Melania was seen with her hair down and wearing a white polka dot dress, the same outfit she later wore on stage during the Salute to America Freedom 250 event. But that didn't stop social media users from reviving one of the internet's longest-running conspiracy theories. Soon after the footage surfaced, screenshots began circulating online, with users questioning whether the woman beside Trump was actually Melania. One post simply asked if the woman next to Trump was the real Melania or the fake Melania, when another user suggested it might be political aide Natalie Harp. One user commented, quote, "I'm going with fake Melania because the chin is different and it looks like she's wearing a wig." Others quickly piled on. One user wrote, quote, "I really don't think it's her." Another claimed the face shape looked wrong and insisted it wasn't really the First Lady. Yet another argued that Melania's hair is never out of place, using that as proof the woman in the video couldn't be her. While there's no evidence supporting the claim, the so-called fake Melania conspiracy has been circulating online since 2017 and tends to resurface whenever the First Lady appears alongside the president. In fact, the theory made headlines again earlier this year during the White House Easter egg roll. At the event, Trump appeared to joke during his speech by saying, quote, "It was a big thing to our great First Lady who's here someplace. Let's see, I think this is our First Lady."
They wanted me to use plastic. I said, "I'm not using plastic, we'll get it solved." And within a short period of time, eggs came down. They came down 40%, 50%. And by the time we got there, we had so many eggs, we didn't know what to do with them. And today we have more than 40,000 eggs supplied by all of the great egg farmers that are with us. So eggs is a big thing, and it was a big thing to our great First Lady, who's here someplace. Let's see. I think this is our First Lady. What do you think of our First Lady? She's a movie star. I don't know. Do we call her First Lady or a movie star? She has the biggest movie. Can you believe this?
That remark alone was enough to reignite speculation online, with some users once again claiming Melania had been replaced. Whether it was Trump waving at himself on television or yet another round of fake Melania speculation, the viral clip once again sent social media into overdrive. But the First Lady is making headlines for far more serious reasons as well. President Donald Trump's longtime biographer Michael Wolff has accused Melania Trump of launching what he calls a legal revenge campaign against him, after their ongoing court battle took another dramatic turn. Here's everything that happened in the latest Trump, Melania, Michael Wolff, and Jeffrey Epstein legal controversy. President Donald Trump's longtime biographer, Michael Wolff, is accusing First Lady Melania Trump of launching what he calls a revenge campaign against him after a federal judge had already dismissed one chapter of their legal battle. The dispute centers around comments Wolff made about Melania and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, comments that prompted Melania to threaten the author with a $1 billion lawsuit. Wolff had responded by filing what's known as an anti-slap lawsuit, a legal action designed to protect free speech and members of the press from what they believe are lawsuits meant to silence criticism. Now, despite his lawsuit being thrown out in May, Melania's legal team is pushing for another move. They're asking the court to sanction Wolff and his lawyers, alleging, quote, factual misrepresentations, frivolous legal arguments, and bad faith conduct, and seeking penalties that they say would compensate the First Lady and discourage similar conduct in the future. But Wolff says the latest filing is nothing more than retaliation. Speaking on his podcast, Inside Trump's Head, the 72-year-old author claimed Melania's lawyers are trying to punish his legal team simply for bringing the lawsuit in the first place. He called the move, quote, preposterous on its face, before accusing the Trump camp of using litigation to drive up legal costs, delay proceedings, and pressure opponents. However, the latest legal push has already hit a hurdle. The same federal judge who dismissed Wolff's lawsuit, District Judge Mary Kay Weisgesell, publicly questioned whether continuing the legal fight was worthwhile. During a court hearing, the Trump-appointed judge reportedly told Melania's lawyers she wondered whether it was in either party's interest to keep litigating the matter. Judge Weisgesell also reminded the First Lady's legal team that sanctions under Section 11 face a very high legal threshold. She said Melania would need to provide clear evidence that Wolff's lawsuit was filed without merit and in bad faith. The judge also cautioned lawyers against pursuing motions without weighing their overall value, saying people can sometimes get caught up in the heat of the moment while placing unnecessary burdens on the court. Despite that warning, Melania's attorneys indicated they still intend to move forward with their request. Meanwhile, Wolff revealed another surprising twist. He claimed he learned months ago that the sanctions motion was coming after President Trump's personal lawyer, Boris Epstein, accidentally sent him a text message that wasn't meant for him. According to Wolff, the January message asked, quote, "Hey team, what's our timing on this Section 11 filing?" Wolff joked that he certainly wasn't part of that legal team, explaining that Epstein mistakenly texted him because the two had previously spoken off the record. But beyond the embarrassing mix-up, Wolff says the message suggested something much bigger. According to the author, the accidental text indicated that the legal strategy surrounding his case against Melania was being coordinated at the highest levels of Trump's legal operation. Neither Melania Trump's representatives nor the White House immediately responded to requests for comment on Wolff's latest claims. This latest legal clash comes just days after Michael Wolff made another series of explosive allegations about President Donald Trump, claiming the president leads a lonely and largely sexless life inside the White House, often appearing isolated and spending late-night hours posting online.
President Donald Trump's public image has always been larger than life, but according to investigative journalist Michael Wolff, the president's private reality may be far more lonely than many imagine. Wolff, who has written 4 books about Trump, including the New York Times bestseller Fire and Fury, Inside the Trump White House, claims to have conducted more than 200 interviews with Trump and his staff over an 18-year period. Although former White House press secretary Sarah Sanders once dismissed Wolff's reporting as, quote, trashy fiction, the veteran journalist insists he had unprecedented access to the administration. Now, Wolff says he has lifted the lid on what life inside the White House is really like for the president. Speaking on the Daily Beast's YouTube channel, Wolff claims Trump is, quote, regarded among his staff as post-sexual. He went on to say there are no whispers of Trump having a sexual relationship with anyone, and described the president as someone with, quote, no comfort, no warmth, who is alone. According to Wolff, Trump does not appear to have much of a personal life, and even when his private world is visible, it often feels uncomfortable and awkward. The journalist further claimed that Trump appears by all accounts to be alone in the White House, with no one there to comfort him, tend to him, or love him. Wolff's comments also turned toward First Lady Melania Trump and her apparent absence from many of the president's public moments. Trump and Melania have been married since 2005 after meeting while she was modeling in Manhattan. The couple share a son, Barron. The president was previously married to Ivana Trump, with whom he shares Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, and later married Marla Maples, with whom he shares daughter Tiffany. Despite Trump's long and very public family history, Wolff claimed that even lying in bed, the president remains, quote, a public man. He pointed to Trump's frequent late-night posts on Truth Social as evidence that public life appears to consume nearly every aspect of his existence. The journalist also looked back at Trump's 2024 re-election campaign and claimed Melania was largely absent from it. According to Wolff, she did not make an appearance until the final week of the campaign. He further alleged that even during the convention, Melania refused to stand beside her husband and that this had become a major issue inside the campaign. Wolff claimed she would not sit in the VIP box next to Trump and would only enter after he had already left to deliver his speech. The journalist suggested her behavior reflected, quote, hostility, painting a picture of a president who, despite being surrounded by power, attention, and millions of supporters, may still be living a remarkably solitary life behind closed doors.